Thank you for being on this journey again with me. I acknowledge the energy and the life of God in you. I acknowledge that because you are a soul evolving. And your out-of-body teacher that you've acknowledged this week has acknowledged your journey to move into higher consciousness. And I acknowledge you as the soul that is moving and dedicated to moving into the next state of your personal beingness. You are a part of God. God is a part of you. And your out-of-body teacher is so very happy to be a part of your life and be there to support you. And I am very, very excited about being a part of your life and supporting you. You're dear to my heart. You're dear to the out-of-body teacher's heart. You're important to the universal consciousness. You are important to humanity because you've made the effort to learn more about who you are in support of all of us. You see, if you grow and change, you will support all others to grow and change because it sends a vibration and energy out into the universe. It says, I'm willing, I'm ready. And there's hundreds and thousands of souls out there that are ready to move in consciousness. And because you've acknowledged your out-of-body teacher, and you have acknowledged me as your support teacher, you are sending a vibration out into the universe. Because nothing is lost in God consciousness. So your very beingness to be a part of this revolution, and it is a revolution in consciousness. It is the opportunity for all humanity to grow and change. And because you are wanting to grow and change, you're sending a vibration, an energy out, saying, I am willing to go out and change. I am willing to do my part to move out of this state of being and move into the next state of beingness. And by doing that, you're encouraging others to do the same. Somebody will pick up that vibration. Maybe not this year, maybe 10 years from now, maybe 25 years from now, maybe 200 years from now. Jesus put out a vibration that said, I am one with the Father. I picked up that vibration and energy and wanted to know what that meant for me. I am one with the Father. How is that possible? What does he mean by that? And that started my journey of questions. We are all one with the God consciousness. It's like a veil that needs to be lifted so that we understand that that God consciousness is also a part of our consciousness. Please don't shortchange yourself. Don't do that. Because we're on this journey. And sometimes it's going to be a little difficult. And sometimes it'll be absolutely fabulous. But be willing to take the journey up the slope. This is so important to your soul. And right now I'm speaking much more to your soul than I am your personality. I'm saying thank you. And it touches my heart and my soul to be here right now, supporting you and supporting yourself. Thank you. You have blessed my life in so many ways. And I will bless your life. And your out-of-body teacher will bless your life. And has already begun the process. because you've acknowledged His presence and my presence in your life. I'm so glad that you have all picked up the spiritual power tools and are using this as part of your movement in consciousness. These tools are made out of my desire to support my soul, never thinking that I would ever write them down and give them out. But they help me to grow and change. And I know that they will help you, because I think and know that my out-of-body teacher showed me these tools so that I could use them to grow and change. Because somewhere in the heart of hearts of God, God knew that someday I would be supporting you in growing and changing. There is a plan for your life, as well as there was a plan for my life. And we are all evolving as quickly as possible. So here we go. We are moving into a greater state of consciousness. And if you have a spiritual power book before you, if not, grab it and go to chapter 4. It's about going from the third dimension to the fourth dimension. Because this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go up the mountain, leaving the third dimension behind, and moving into the fourth dimension. And I want you to know what the difference is between the third and the fourth. Because the third has a lot of disadvantages and a lot of advantages. But the fourth has all the advantages and none of the disadvantages. So we're on this journey. And one of the things I talked to you about last week was the observer self, and to become the observer. Because until you're the observer of self, you can't divorce your personality. Because we are going to do that. We are going to divorce the personality. Because the personality belongs in the third dimension. There's so much in the world that tells you how to help your personality, how to be a better personality, how to be a better body, how to eat the right foods and do the exercises so that you have the perfect size 10 body or 2 body or 15 body, whatever you want. And all the men can be muscle bound and gorgeous and attract all the women in the world to them. My God, what a thought that is. You'd never be free. We'd never be free. We'd be attracting all kinds. But guess what? We're on a journey right now. A journey to help you to dissolve the third dimension once and for all. One of the most important parts, of course, about moving into the next dimension is meditation. I talked to you about last week. To have a special place to meditate. Because that is where the energy will come forth to change the vibrations of your brain, so to speak. Because your brain is a brain power connected to the universe. Your brain is connected to the universe. It has all the vibrations and energies that it can access and connect with the cosmic energy of this planet. Infinite intelligence. To connect with infinite intelligence is what you're going to do by moving out of the third dimension. A third dimensional person is bogged down by a lot of things. And one of them, of course, is the opposites. And being in the opposites, they have all these experiences that are difficult. Pain and pleasure. You know, I go to water aerobics every day. And I see so many people going to water aerobics with me. And because I'm a senior citizen, the water aerobics is designed for senior citizens. And I have all kinds of people there that are so unhappy. They're older, they're retired, and they are looking at their life thinking it's almost over. And I can't change anything now. But they can, but they don't think so. And they're sad, and they're scared. I see this every day when I go over and do my water aerobics. I see them with their sad faces and just no joy because their life is ending and they're not happy with the way it's ending because they have all these third dimensional things that didn't happen that they wanted to happen. Well, we know that they are going to be creating their next lifetime out of their disappointments and difficulties this lifetime, and joys too. And joys too. And they're going to bring that into their future life. And they are going to pass on, just like you're going to pass on, just like you've passed on in many other lifetimes. And they're going to look at their life and make a plan for the future. And so you are looking at your life, not at the end, but right now, in your youth, your middle age, or maybe you're like I am, a senior citizen. But I'm looking at my life. I want you to spend some time this week looking at the life plan that you have. The life plan that you came down this life, and the parents that you chose to have. And if you're married, the spouse you married, the children you have, if that's part of your life. Or if you're just a young person, and I'm so happy to say this, I have so many young people between the ages of 20 and 30 years old that are going to have a much better future because they're in this class. They're going to be able to look at whatever the future is bringing to them in a new way. But it doesn't matter how old you are. It's only a number. I'm infinite. You're infinite. You are infinite. So we're looking at our life plans this week. You're going to look and have your out-of-body teacher help you look at your life plan, because it's very important to look at your life plan that you're in right now in order to disconnect from it. And I'm going to show you how that's done and how you can put new possibilities into this old life plan that you came in this body to have. So look at your family. Look at your brothers and sisters. Look at the many dimensions of your work that you've had. Depending on your age, how much experience that you've had. But doesn't matter if you're 20 or 80, you still have a life plan that you're working through. Doesn't matter how old you are, you're in a life plan that you're working through. So if you can take your observer self, that now that you know that you have one, and you're looking at this personality self that planted and planned this lifetime before you came into body, to be with the souls that you're with, to experience certain things, and of course, forgiveness is part of this. But we're not going into that right now. Let's just hold that aside, because what we're going to do this week is I want you to look at your life plan that you created, this life plan. Because in order to move out of the third dimension into the fourth dimension, this is one of the prerequisites of doing it. You have to look at what you came to do this lifetime as best you can, and the talents and abilities that you came in this lifetime with, and how they are working in your life right now. And some of them you've forgotten you developed them when you were a kid, and they're not so interesting now, and you've gone on. Or some of those talents and abilities you've brought right into your present life. But we're looking at your whole, up to today, your parentheses in eternity, your play, the one play that you've been in this lifetime. And know that you created the play that you're in from your last lifetime. So your last lifetime created this play. The people you wanted to love, the people you wanted to forgive, the people you wanted to get even with, you had resentment for, are back in your life to dissolve this negative energy. So look at your life. Look at the plan that you came in with. Major importance. And your out-of-body teacher is going to help you to look at this plan, and you're going to be observing this plan. It's not an easy job, which I just gave you, to be the observer of your life plan. It's not an easy thing, because you've got to think back at some of the things that were happy, some of the things that were sad, some of the things you wanted from your parents but didn't get, some of the things you did get from your parents, or why you resented your parents, or why you loved your parents. We have all different reasons for everything we're doing. But we first have to acknowledge that we are a soul evolving, which you have acknowledged. So you plan this lifetime, and you've planned the different experiences that you've had till this moment in time, when we are now looking at our life plan with new eyes. The new eyes, the new glasses, so to speak, are the glasses of being able to be the observer and look at it. And next week we will go further on this. But look at your life plan. Look at your life plan. And also check out the 4th chapter in Spiritual Power Tools, which is moving from the 3rd to the 4th dimension. And I make a list of all the things, a comparison. This is the 3rd dimension, this is the way you will be thinking in the 4th dimension. Just observe that, because I'll be touching on that as the days and weeks and time goes on. You are going to now look at your life plan. And look at it seriously. Write down the pros and cons of it, and the evolution of it, and the resistance you had to your parents or to a teacher. Everything and anything has its spiritual meaning for you. It has a spiritual meaning, and I want you to take it and sift it out, because that's going to help you a lot to move forward. You need to know where you've been in order to go in a new direction. And the new direction is up to the higher dimension of your being. So make that list. Look at it. Meditate on it. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Because we're going to start working on this life plan that you came in this life to do, and looking at it. And I'm going to be supporting you and letting some of that go forever and ever. And acknowledging some of it and continue working with it in the future. I'm very, very touched tonight as I make this video, I'm touched. I'm touched by your souls. I'm touched that you're here with me. It touches my heart of hearts to know that you are my spiritual family. And I honor you and love you. And with all my heart, I support you on this journey. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your life. I am so honored that you've come to this point of your evolution where you want to know God, to experience God. When you were created so long ago, you were given the DNA of God so that one day you would be in this point of your evolution where you were ready to move into your God consciousness. And God has been waiting a long time for that. And God is so happy. I am so happy. And your out-of-body teachers are so happy. So what you're doing is not just a little exercise for the fun of it. This is a very, very important thing to your soul. Very important. So I want to end this session by holding you in prayer and knowing with all my heart and soul, even though you're miles away, you are not miles away. You are sitting right here with me now. And I love you and support you and look forward to next week as we journey on. Amen and amen. As we journey together on a magnificent adventure of discovery.